I really do not know why this Ouija board came in the first place. I mean, the manufacturers and the designers of the Ouija board, what did they have in the first place when that was designed? I really don't know. I really do not know. But when it was used, an instrument of conjuring of spirits, you have Charlie Charlie. In the Philippines, you have what you call the spirit of coin. They use the coin for that purpose, or a makeshift, because Ouija boards formally are very expensive. So they use paper, usually Manila paper or cartolina, put ABC, nala 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., yes or no, and use a glass. And they call that spirit of the glass. And the ritual to be used seems to be Catholic. Sign of the cross, and then they pray the I believe in God, they pray the Our Father, the Hail Mary and Glory Be, seemingly Catholic, and then they start to call on the Spirit. So this is the spirit of the glass here in the Philippines. Now the Ouija board, I do not know the instructions. How do you do that? And the planchette that you use, I really do not know its mechanism. So I'm ignorant about that. But if it is used to conjure spirits, then by just breaking it, nothing will happen. Because the moment you conjure spirits and it responds, it already built a relationship with each of the participants and the place where it was conjured. So even if you, in the Philippines, the typical story is that they will call on the spirit, any spirit. It can be even the spirit of a saint that they will call, and things will move. Then, if they get afraid, what they will do is to invert the glass as if the spirit is inside the glass. That's why it's moving. And so, by inverting it as the air, so the spirit will go out. But if you take it from the real perspective, and it's a real spirit and not a hoax, it's an evil spirit, it's a demon, everyone that participated in the conjuring already built a relationship with the evil spirit. And because the person is afraid, then the evil spirit has greater control, because it will manifest itself as far superior to these people, to these children who are, or teenagers that were playing it. This is why they became afraid. So this is what it is. How do you get rid of it? It's not, you cannot just simply break it. No, that's not how it occurs. You cannot just simply tip off the glass or burn it or cut it into pieces. That is just immaterial. It's the relationship with the spirit, and the spirit intends to manifest itself as superior to the human beings. And that is why they threw it in the garbage man, and then the following day they found it again inside the house as if nothing happened. So it's a show of power. The devil showing itself uh, extraordinary feat, and it will now torment the people who did it. And if it's a spirit of death, then they will start to. And there's Hollywood movie for that, no? Where the spirit coming from the spirit of the Ouija board started to cause the death of each and every participant in the seance or in the conjuring of the spirit. In Catholic, in Catholic solution, one, you renounce. You renounce everything that you have done. You repent, you beg God's forgiveness, you go to confession, make a good sacramental confession, and really say that you have done this an evil in the sight of the Lord, and you repent and beg His mercy. Then you receive absolution, and you're asked to do penance. And of course, that's the time now that you can destroy the Ouija board or whatever, sprinkling it with holy water, and ask the Lord to drive away any evil spirits that have been attached to this object. And then you burn it. You burn it. That's how it is done. No? That's how it is done. And we have helped a lot of people who were tormented by evil spirits because of it's sad. It's been decades since the church has already said that Ouija boards are dangerous toys. No one wants to listen. No one wants to listen. Even among the Catholics, sometimes that's what makes people Catholic exorcists irritated. Because when I did not know that by playing this we would be conjuring evil spirits. Oh, you did not know. You have been watching horror left and right, and you will tell me that you do not know. They were really interested in contacting the evil spirits. There was this one story of of a priest telling us that there was a one parishioner, a young boy, 14 years old, to conjure the spirits of Saint Pedro Calungsod, a Filipino martyr and saint, canonized saint. So, yes, he knew that the spirits that would come when you conjure the spirit of the glass would be evil spirits. He conjured a saint instead, thinking that by conjuring the name of the saint would come. Diba? Mato. The Mato crazy. So called Saint Pedro Calungsod, and Pedro Calungsod came, played with him, and then afterwards revealed himself that he's not really Pedro Calungsod but a demon. And then the person got afraid and got possessed. Now went to the church, begged the priest to exorcise and help him. Of course, he was helped, but crazy. Another, sorry to use the word, another stupidity. And there are many Catholics who are like that. Sometimes you just wonder and say, why did you do it? And that, you know the very well that the church forbade us to consult mediums, to go to these fortune tellers, do this ritual, and then they will go, they did not know that this. Sometimes you want to get a bat, and that's how it is. That's how it is.